All right, so what is up, YouTube? Yeah, once again, it ended up being too long of a video, so I had to basically condense it. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just going to play in the background. But what I wanted to talk about was yeah, I went to locals over the weekend, so I just want to basically talk about that. Give you basically a locals report while I'm playing Skull Servants in the background. This is the last video for Skull Servants. The next deck I will be playing will be Xavier. He sent me a deck list in my inbox, so I will be playing that deck. It's Lightsworn Shira News pretty much, I believe it is. So yeah, you guys will be seeing that on Monday. Yeah. So anyway, let me get straight into the locals report. Hope you guys are having a fine day and whatnot. So yeah. Anyways, straight into the local report. I don't know if you guys know, but yeah, UDS I guess was this week or last week or something. Oh, it is next month. The whole championship thing is next month. But so yeah, they're doing UDS I guess tournament. So that was what I did go into. So anyways, it was 24 people, 5 rounds or whatnot. Top eight, play it out and whatnot for I guess the it's UDS pins or something like that. So anyways, first round, I go against Pepe. So I'm all right. I know what to expect from Pepe, so I'm not really fearing it. So game one, I actually win by just a clutch mind crush. Pretty much won me the whole game right there. It wasn't really too reminiscent. It was just me just basically uh I would say playing around. I don't no not playing around, but it was just basically I had a mind crush, so I pretty much stopped every one of his plays and I could just do my plays, twin twisters, all that extra stuff. So game two, I'm feeling pretty confident. He goes first. Uh, I believe he goes first. Does he? Yes, he goes first. So he goes first. Basically, does his bananas play. He goes Ignister, the fusion, the exceed, and leaves a normal, and just tells me to go with three in his hand. I think no, it's two. Two. I think it's either two or three in his hand. I think. So I draw a goals in match. So I'm like, all right, I can get rid of his board, but I don't draw no combo, so I can't do anything. So I pretty much just have to wait, set, and whatnot. So I set the goals in match, and I set the monster. Tell him to go. That's really how bad my hands were. Didn't draw into any of my other traps that I sided in. So I'm like, all right, let me just go ahead and brace for this. Uh, so no, I believe I drew Mind Crush. I don't know. It's something. It didn't really matter. So he goes. He uses the Ignister effect. I chain goes in match. So he chooses to keep Ignister on the board, and he sends everything else to the graveyard. So I'm like, all right, that's a little minor victory. But I'm pretty sure you guys know Pepe, so he pretty much just recovers everything, pulling summons, wizard, pop, search, ends up beating me. All right, fine. Game three. We start off. I go first. Drew the absolute worst hand I have drawn probably all day. I've drawn. Probably second worst hand. Never mind. So it was just very bad. It was no traps, just all monsters and spells. Couldn't do nothing. Actually, it was all spells, I believe. Yeah, it was all spells. I couldn't do nothing with that. So in my turn, tell him to go. He goes off, and actually, he does not have the greatest of hands. So he only hits me. Well, he hits me with Ignister and the Vector Pendulum, and then the Draco Overlord, the Master Pendulum that just came out. So he hits me with that, and then Ignister and a Lust, not Vector. So pretty much puts me at around 13, 15, 14, 50, something like that. So he ends his turn. It's my turn. I have my hand consists of Foolish Burial, Shuffle Reborn, Instant Fusion, and Burial from Different Dimension. I draw into a deck Devi. So I'm thinking, all right, I can get out of this. If he has a Veiler, I'll lose. But Maxi, I don't care because I have deck Devi, and deck Devi will hit basically his whole hand. So start my play by Foolish Burial and the Goblin Zombie, and right here I'm thinking, should I Shuffle Reborn or Instant Fusion? So I'm so scared of Veiler because did I say game? I don't know if I explained game two, but game two he had double Veiler, so I couldn't do nothing. I don't know if I explained that. I pretty much forgot. But yeah, he had double Veiler for. I was trying to come back, and he had double Veiler, so there's nothing I can do about that. So pretty much I'm trying to play around the Veiler. I'm like, all right, so if you got Veiler, I'm pretty much screwed. If you got Baxi, I'm all right. So I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna play around the Valor, which in hindsight was probably the dumbest thing because I should have just shuffled Reborn because that was clearly the better play. I'm thinking I have more life points than I do have because I'm not paying attention to that. I'm just trying to beat them. And, but like I said, I'm pretty sure you guys already heard the quote. Hindsight is 2020. So yeah, I should have shuffled Reborn and attacked, and then pretty much got Goblin Zombie, not Goblin Zombie. So in a special summon Goblin Zombie, shuffle Reborn, attack, search Unizombie's effect, because he showed me like the next 10 special. I wasn't gonna special summon 10 times, but the next 10 special summons, he didn't draw a Valor or anything basically to stop my Unizombie. So, well, he was only drawing one, but like I said, he wasn't stopping anything I was doing for the next 7 special summons. So then he drew all spells and everything under 15. So that deck Debbie would have hurt. So basically, what I should have did was shuffle Reborn, attack, get the Unizombie, and then send Mizuki, banish, special summon, search, and pretty much go from there. But I don't know why I activated instant fusion. So, anyways, started off 0-1, not looking too good. Round two, I played against Magicians. I beat them 2-0. There was nothing really spectacular about that. It was just me just going off pretty much. It wasn't really like a back and forth match or anything. Game three, going against Pepe again. I start off once again bad hand, mind you. I haven't drawn the Swallow Sword all not my first 3 matches. I haven't drawn Swallow Sword, so I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Anyways, I set one monster. He goes off, beats me. Trapeze, Ignister, can't do nothing about that. Game two, I open up Golden Match, Bottomless, Mind Crush, Foolish Burial, and the Swallow Sword. So I finally drew it, but I ain't got no monsters. So I said, all right, go ahead. I got 3 back row. I'm not. I'm just gonna beat him. So he summons Dingo, and he just does once again a Trapeze Ignister again. So there's nothing I can do about that. Game four, go against Exodia. Yeah, it's Exodia. So I actually end up winning because he didn't draw the combo. So yeah, that was that. So game five, round five. So we're 2-2 right now. Sitting at table five. So I'm thinking if I win, I can sneak in the top eight, probably at eighth place or something like that. So round five, I'm going against Pepe. So I'm like, fuck, let's see. I'm gonna try to pull this out. So game one, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It ended up getting to, he has like 4,050, 4,150, something like that. He has like 4,000, but it's like in the low 4,000. So he has a low 4,000 life points. So I'm thinking I have a Mizuki engrave, a Tristan, an instant fusion, and a burial in my hand. Tristan was in my grave. Yeah, Tristan was in my grave. Instant fusion. So instant fusion Goku stale. Spin back one of his scales, I believe, or another monster. Spin back the Ignister he had on board, and then I also have a Bushi banished because I did. What's the name? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now I remember. All right. So first turn, I go. I go. What's the name? Hold on. All right. So I had to do something real quick. But anyway, so yeah. First turn, I pretty much bluffed the Solemn Warning, and I set Spirit Reaper. And Spirit Reaper, oh my god, Spirit Reaper is literally like one of the best cards. Like, if you're not playing Spirit Reaper, please try it out. Because Spirit Reaper, when they know you're playing zombies, they'll try to attack over your monster first. And if you got a Reaper set, your Icarus attack is going off. So, yeah, that's what happens. I Icarus attacked him early on. I finally, round five is the first time I drew the trap all week. No, not all, what did I say? All week. Second time I drew the trap all what's the name? All locals, all tournament. Yeah, all tournament. There you go. Better wait, that was perfect. Yeah, all tournament. So second time I drew the trap, first time I actually got to use it. So I have a Bushi banish, so I'm thinking, all right, how can I game? So I end up going instant fusion, gold Castell, spin back his Ignister, Mizuki special summon Tristan. So he max sees me off the instant fusion for the first thing. So I'm thinking, should I, play the waiting game or should I just go off? So I say, you know what, man, it's not really, I'm just gonna go off. Yeah, right here, just a little quick side note. I'm just gonna leave the deck up real quick because I'm recording over it and whatnot. So yeah, if you guys didn't get the deck, but anyways, we're not, really. You guys can pretty much get the deck list from right there. I'm just gonna be talking. for this last 3 minute, 2 minutes actually. So yeah, what I end up doing, so I end up he max sees off my instant fusion. Then I go Castell, spin back the Ignister, Mizuki get the Tristan back, Burial, the Bushi and the Mizuki, special summon Bushi with the Mizuki. And so right now I'm thinking, all right, if he drew Valor and he knows pretty much about the deck, but he pretty much didn't, and that's my real good. That's a good thing about zombies. A lot of people don't know really too much about them. Like basically, the people who play the meta decks are not really worried about zombies. So I'm thinking he draws Valor and Valor's my Bushi are pretty much lost because he can just come back from next turn. So anyways, I go Bushi, go into battle phase, attack, uses effect and damage step, and pretty much win from there. Game two, uh, I was going back and forth. He ends up getting the opening, ends up killing me. All right, game three, I side in the what's the name, side in the hate, got Golden Match and the Twin Twister and the Reaper. So I'm thinking, all right, I'm set beautifully. He can't do nothing. So instead of letting Dinko wreck me again, first turn he goes, I activate Golden Match. Bam. So I flip it up. He goes. He thinks it's rivalry, so he's basically making plays so he can, he can still do something under rivalry. So he summons Joker and then he tries to pin him something. I was like, oh, you can't because they all have to be dark. He's like, oh shit. So I go summon Tristan, bam, poke poke, get a card out of his hand for Spirit Reaper. He goes, he does something, gets rid of my board. No, he doesn't get rid of my board. I go, uh, attack with Tristan again, track with Reaper. He activates Draco Face Off. Special summons a Vector Pilum. So he goes once again. I guess he what's the name? He tries to pretty much exceed, but I was like, oh, you can't and whatnot, because I guess I think he has a luster or something. I don't know, I can't remember. But anyways, yeah, from there on he couldn't do nothing. I mean, goes and match completely wrecks them, and most of my deck is dark. So I was going like Unizombie, going Dark End, and then I had Tristan and he's old in hand. So he starts drawing Valors pretty much at the last couple of turns. He was just drawing Valors. He Valor my Dark End. I said, okay, like it's pretty much over from there. So yeah, man, that was my local. And then so anyways, I went X2. It was like 5 X2s, but I happened to be the worst X2 because the people I beat all had bad records. So yeah, that is pretty much the moral of the story. It's just I just couldn't do nothing about it. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe. I will be back Wednesday with some with the Lights One Shooter news. See you guys next time.